Hey, hello everyone, my name is Marcello Kolax and I am walking you through the energy markets for the week starting 3rd of March 2025. And last week was quite interesting. We saw potential for a bounce, but are the bulls really able to pull through? Well, we'll talk about that. We also have an update on the latest TTF sentiment survey, and boy does this have changed. So we'll talk about that in a moment as well. But before we go over to that, I have some exciting news, and this is a free technical analysis newsletter for all my followers out here on probably you're watching this on LinkedIn or YouTube. Okay, so every single Monday I will be publishing my thoughts on the TTF front month. I will talk about the sentiment survey as well. So this will be my primary way of talking to most of you. So if you're not subscribed yet, please do so. The link is somewhere down below. First of all, everything we talk about today is just my personal opinions. Of course, it is not trading advice. All right. So this is what we are faced with today. So you can see that for most markets, TTF, NBP, German power, we have switched from a previously bullish stance towards rather bearish. I even want to say neutral again. How that came about, we'll talk about in just a moment. But the bears are far from in the clear. So we are looking still for some confirmation levels that will be mentioned in just a moment. All right, here one more interesting thing. So this is the TTF sentiment poll from last week to this week, and we can see how we have switched the sentiment from being rather mixed but with a slight bearish preference towards being completely in the hand of the bulls. And I do understand why that was. The markets have certainly bounced towards the end of last week, and now with the start of the new month a lot of the contracts are rolling over, so the sentiment might be different from what it was last week or the couple of weeks before. But what does that mean for the charts themselves? So I would like to show you this. So this is the TTF front month, the NBP front month, TTF and NBP front season. We do have EUAs, we have Brent, we have the Henry Hub, and of course we have German power here. So overall, we see that all of them have been hovering around the 200-day exponential moving average. I mean, guess. And what that essentially means is that this is a good area of support. However, the bulls are not really fully ready to push through, and the earliest signals are usually given on the lower level hourly chart, which we'll talk about in just a moment. So why not go to the TTF front month first? So of course, let me put myself into this other corner here. There you go. And we will start with the TTF front month weekly chart. So overall, zooming out, we are bullish within the ascending channel. So that is kind of undisputed. But we do see that last week we had a hammer candle happening. So this is usually a bullish candle pattern as well. So a bullish candle pattern at the support of a bullish broader picture usually sets the market up for a bounce. But what I want to see is bullish confirmation. And bullish confirmation would only come with a weekly close above the 38.2% FIB retracement, which is at 47.91. And now you might be wondering, hey Marcello, why so high? Aren't we usually saying that we need a close above the 23.6% FIB before we start talking about a bounce? Yes, absolutely, but you can see this bullish hammer candle here has its peak near the 38.2% FIB. So this overall is showing me that this level is more important. So a move above that would validate the bounce candle. Now, how likely is it for the market to either continue higher or to push lower? Because you can see my preference right now is bearish continuation. So why is that? First of all, volume, yes, has been declining over the past 3 weeks overall, but it's still well above average. So I do believe the bears, they definitely had some good arguments to push lower. We're also seeing that the MACD, showing us the bullish momentum, is still bullish overall, but we have gotten a very clear cross below its signal line. This in itself is just a temporary bearish signal. I wouldn't take them too seriously, but it's just one piece of evidence for the bears. We also see that the moving averages, 8 and 12, have topped out, and we also see that the stochastic isn't done declining yet. We are not even in oversold territory. So all of this sets the weekly chart up for a continued move lower. Now, what does that look like on the daily chart? Here we are dealing with the exact same fib retracements, and this is Friday and this is Thursday. So you can see on Thursday we had this bullish engulfing candle pattern. So if we were to get a close above this pattern and above the 23.6% fib retracement, we would be getting a bullish signal. But what did we get on Friday? Last Friday, the bulls tried to push higher. They failed on high volume, and we see that the bearish momentum, the bearish trend tools, and the oscillators are still fairly bearish. So oscillators is not giving us a bullish signal yet. So that's why I am thinking that this 23.6% fib retracement at 45.2 seems quite solid. So that's why I believe, yes, we did bounce off the 200-day exponential moving average, but there's a good chance for us to continue lower. The good thing is we are working with really clear levels here. Below 48.2, bearish continuation. Above 45.2, the bulls will be given a chance. But even then, there's still a good chance, even after like a good week of gains, to eventually continue lower because of the bearish trend and momentum tools. So the hourly chart is a little bit tricky. So what we are seeing here, like in the grand scheme of things, right, we see the flow of lower lows and lower highs. But from last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we saw that we made like minor higher highs and higher lows, right? So this is like in a very, very near term, bullish. But on the, probably for the 15-minute chart. But zooming out a little bit, we see that overall we are not making higher peaks yet. So this peak here is still lower than the previous one. Then I am looking at the MACD, which is showing us the momentum, and we got like a preliminary bearish crossover. So I'm thinking, okay, definitely doesn't look really bullish here. No bullish signals on the oscillator, and also we see that, yeah, overall there's like a weaker trend, but the bears are still in charge, but we are just a little bit directionless at the moment. And that's why I want to say, hey, you know what? I want to see a move below 43.65 to continue the downtrend, or I want to see a move above 46.65 to actually launch an up leg on the daily chart. So today it's all about the hourly chart on the TTF front month. I hope you all enjoyed that. Please do sign up to the newsletter if you haven't done so already. This is probably the best way to stay in touch with me, and also this will replace a lot of my really long LinkedIn posts that I do on a Monday at the moment. Alright everyone, stay safe out there in the market, have a good start to the week, and see you around. Bye bye.